The best me that I can be. There's only one me, I admit. Have a dream, I'll follow it. It's up to me to try. Oh, I'ma keep my head up high. Keep on reaching high. Never gonna quit, I'll keep getting stronger. And nothing's gonna bring me down. Never gonna stop, gotta go. Because I know I'll keep getting stronger. And what I am is, 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 and what I am is. There's nothing I can achieve because in myself I believe in those.
Good morning, Compton Zucom Elementary School, home of the Mighty Panthers. Welcome to this wonderful Wednesday. Let's pause for a moment of solid reflection as we envision our educational goals for today.
Please stand for a Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please stand for the school's pledge. I now realize that the greatest power in the world is the power of knowledge. I want to be smart. Misinformed people go through life missing so many rewards that could be theirs. I will become a thinker and a problem solver, learn my basic skills, make a special effort to complete all assignments. I will strive for punctuality and perfect attendance. I will read books on subjects that interest me the most. I will also read books and other articles on subjects to broaden my awareness of what is happening in the world around me. I respect the rights of others and display exemplary conduct at all times. I will embrace the positive philosophy of my school. I believe in myself. I can do anything if I try hard enough. I pledge it to my family, my school, and everyone who is trying to help me succeed. Most importantly, I pledge it to myself. You may be seated.
All right, good morning, boys and girls, faculty and staff. We are in B week, so today for intervention, you will focus on reading again. So make sure that you're focused on I Read System 44 or Read 180 while your teacher has their small group. And as you're reading, make sure you're logging those minutes in Beanstack. Spelling Bee is here. So by Friday, we need all classes to have their classroom spelling bee. And then the school spelling bee will be November 16th. Pause up to second grade. They have come together. Our second grade students, second grade team, they are hosting a food drive, a gift of giving. Let's give a little joy to the families in need of food to celebrate Thanksgiving. So the second grade team, they will be accepting donations through November 18th. All right. So if you have canned foods, if you have dry food, boxed foods, anything that you don't need at home, you can drop those off on the second grade hall so we can donate the food to families in need. Pause up, second grade. Taking that action. All right, today, third, fourth, and fifth students, you will take your Write Score assessment. It's going to focus on informational writing. So you've been talking about informational writing in your classes. You've been reading text and writing about those topics that you're learning about. So today, we're going to see what you know. So you'll be given an assessment. It will be online, but you need to use your scratch paper to plan out your essay. So the assessment will have 2 informational texts, and it's going to ask you 3 comprehension questions about those texts. And then you're going to have a writing task where you'll have to write an informational essay based on those texts you read, all right? So you'll have an hour and a half to do this, okay? So third grade, we need everyone in the building to help us keep movement in the halls down, keep the building quiet, so our third, fourth, and fifth grade students can have a great testing environment. So third grade will be taking their assessment from 8:30 until 10. So third grade teachers, you may want to go ahead and use the restroom this morning. So students can be prepared to go ahead and get started on that assessment at 8:30. Ms. Evans has come around to talk to everyone about students logging into that assessment and what they need to do. So boys and girls, use that scratch paper to plan out your essay, just like your teachers taught you. So third grade, 8:30 till 10. Fourth grade, same time, 8:30 a.m. till 10. And then fifth grade students, they will be taking it throughout the day when they go to Ms. Reed's writing class. So from 8 to 9:20. And then the second group of students will take it from 9:25 to 10:45. And then the third group of students from 10:50 to 12:10. And then the last group of students from 12:15 to 2:10 with lunch in between, all right? So we need everyone to do their part in keeping movement down in the halls, making sure that we are quiet, so our fifth, third, and fourth grade students can have the best testing environment. So boys and girls, take your time. It is not a rush. The only thing you're going to be able to do if you finish before everyone else is just sit and wait. So you want to make sure you take your time. All right, pause up. I know you can do it. Show us what you know so we know where to go from here. All right, Jayshawn, where are we with our house points today? Who is bringing it in? Oh, geez. Jayshawn, where are we today?
Oh, in first place, we have House of Principal. In second place, we have House of Risk Takers. In third place, we have House of Knowledgeable. In fourth place, we have House of Thinkers. In fifth place, we have House of Inquirers. Lastly but not least, we have House of Communicators.
Pause up. Continue to get those points for your house. Cubs to Panthers starts tomorrow. So if you're staying, you make sure you have arranged your transportation. One last thing before we get into our intervention. Today, we're going to our former dismissal procedure. So please see the email I sent yesterday, breaking down who should go where. Also, making sure that you look at Ms. Evans' email so you'll know what students on 16-8-15 should go into which room. So we'll do our normal afternoon announcements at 2:40. At 2:42, teachers, we need you on your grade level to work splitting up the students between the 4 classes. Mr. Eddie will you be at one of the classes for third grade. So classroom 1, determine who's going to hold our car riders. Car riders will remain in the class. The teacher that's in that class will dismiss the car riders as they come up on the screen for silent dismissal. Classroom 2 should be van riders, walkers, 714B and 16-8-15 who live in students who live in houses for 16-8-15. So classroom 3, 19-946 and 16-8-15 students who live in students who live in apartments, all right? And then the last classroom, 19-934 and 714A, all right? So at 2:45, whatever teacher has the van riders, they'll walk them to the media center as well as the walkers. And if the rest of the team can stand in the doorway to watch those students that are on 714B and 16-8-15 houses that are in that class. Then 2:45 and beyond, you're watching the screen so you'll know when to take your group of students to the bus lane. So students are no longer walking to the bus lane on their own or the van riders on their own. The only students walking to dismissal on their own are car riders. Every other student in this building should have an adult walking them to their mode of transportation. So if you can please split those students up in those classes. I'm going to send another email because I do see a typo just so that it's more clear because the way the bus will pick up the students is based on those groups, all right? So again, everyone working together. Again, no student, only car riders will walk to their mode of transportation by themselves. Everyone else will be walking with an adult to that mode of transportation to get dropped off at the buses, all right? If you have any questions, please see me or send me an email before dismissal. I'll come back on this afternoon to remind us of these new procedures.
Good morning, Panthers. Learning how to be empathetic is a choice. Some think that it is cool to be unkind. But if you want to learn to be empathetic, simply remember to treat others the way you wish to be treated. Let's watch this short motivational video clip together.
Imagine if there was no greed. Imagine if there was no comparison. If everyone was running their own race, but cheering for all others at the same time. Maybe we'll never see that in our lifetime. But what we all can do is start with ourselves. Start with yourself. Choose to lift others up. Choose to set the example of kindness and integrity, the example of compassion and understanding. There's a quote that says, no matter how educated, talented, rich, or cool you believe you are, how you treat people ultimately tells all. Integrity is everything. It really is. Who you are is far more important than what you have, and it will always be. Who you are is measured by how you make others feel. Be kind to each other. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. Choose to be the change you wish to see in the world. Decide you will not wait for someone else. You will set the example. Be kind. Because you never know how much that person is suffering inside. You never know the difference your words can make, the difference your presence can make, the difference you can make to one human life. Be the reason someone believes in the goodness of humanity. Be the reason someone else decides to make a difference in others. Be the influence you want to see more of. Always do what is right, not what is easy in the moment. Kindness spreads like a virus. When you do good to another, that person does better to those they come in contact with. You really can make a big difference in the world today and every other day. Anne Frank said, in the long run, the sharpest weapon of all is a kind and gentle spirit. No one has ever made themselves great by showing how small another is. Be kind and always build others up to the best of your ability. Treat everyone with the same level of kindness that you would like for yourself. Not because everyone is nice, but because you are. Because karma makes no mistakes. Because it is right. Because you have integrity. Because you want this world to be better when you leave than when you arrive.
And as always, have the most amazing day.